Hello, I am Dr. Tanisha Barara, MD Microbiology. Today I will be talking to you about the various point of care tests used in diagnosis of COVID-19 and their application in the Great Indian Healthcare Delivery Pyramid. COVID-19 pandemic is spreading like wildfire. Although several countries across the world imposed strict lockdown to break the chain of viral transmission, this respiratory inferno has not spared any country or continent thus far. India announced its first lockdown on 25th of March 2020. Thus, initial few months saw a slow rise of cases in the country. However, a brisk upsurge in cases was noted recently. Now let's have a look at the various problems for which India had to pay heavily. Months of lockdown saw a sharp rise of unemployment across our country. The limited economic opportunities forced a large number of daily wage laborers to migrate back towards their hometowns. This led to further spike of COVID-19 cases, also known as the migrant paradox. Second super spreader event was a religious congregation that took place in New Delhi's Nizamuddin Markaz Mosque in early March 2020. More than 4,000 confirmed cases and 27 deaths were linked to the event across the country. And finally, in later part of 2020, Indian farmers' protest against the three farm acts passed by the Indian Parliament in 2020 resulted in sharp rise of cases. Thus, we can easily see the COVID-19 genie has long left the bottle and is wreaking havoc across the country. The key concerns are escalating number of cases throughout the country, with healthcare facilities getting overburdened and thus a delay in test reports. Indian government has been quick to respond to World Health Organization's advice to increase level of testing for COVID-19. Indian Council of Medical Research has emphasized test, track and treat as the only way to detect and prevent COVID-19 in the country. What started with a handful of VRDL laboratories or viral research and diagnostic laboratories, by the first week of February, only 14 laboratories were testing for COVID-19. However, by the end of March itself, India had about 106 viral research and diagnostic laboratories. This anchored COVID-19 diagnosis in the country. As cases surged, VRDL served as a platform for capacity building and held hands of new laboratories to come on board for COVID-19 testing. The central and state governments also came together to deploy equipments as well as manpower to establish molecular virology laboratories throughout the country. Real-time PCR is thought to be a gold standard test for diagnosis of COVID-19. It is a diagnostic test of choice recommended by World Health Organization. Recently, a Gazette notification was issued mandating BSL Level 2 laboratories to be set up in all medical colleges across India. However, there are certain drawbacks of PCR. It is a complex process with long turnaround time and it requires expertise. The equipments are having high cost. Thus, we require something to augment testing. We need to explore diagnostic options which are quicker, cheaper, innovative, can be implemented at grassroots level with minimum expertise and equipment. Here comes the importance of point of care tests. With India being the hub of medical pluralism, embracing alternative models like point of care tests will considerably address the diagnostic challenges associated with COVID 19. An ideal point of care test will be the one that will augment the speed of diagnosis, thus providing a thrust to the diagnostic capacity of the country like India. Hence, it will be worthwhile to explore quicker, cheaper, and innovative diagnostic options with minimum expertise and equipment requirement that can be applied at the grassroots level. An ideal point of care test should be handheld, portable, disposable, and benchtop. Now let's have a look at the application of these point of care tests in Indian healthcare delivery system. The Great Indian Healthcare Delivery Pyramid is a multi-tiered system. It is divided into urban healthcare system, which is further divided into super specialty hospitals, multi-speciality hospitals, imaging centers and diagnostic laboratories, and neighborhood clinics. The rural healthcare system, on the other hand, is divided into first referral units, community health centers, primary health centers, and sub-centers. While sub-center is the primary point of contact of healthcare system with the community, a primary health center is the first contact point of the rural community with a medical officer. While the higher centers serve as referral centers equipped with specialized consultation as well as laboratory services. First and foremost, molecular point of care tests. A molecular point of care test utilizes the same basic methodology as the laboratory assay. Although none of the tests have been approved or cleared by the US FDA, a few have been granted emergency use authorization by the FDA. These tests are characterized by automating a few steps in the process of molecular diagnosis. They are suitable for use in various locations, including clinics, mobile units, outbreak hotspots, or rural areas. Suitable to be performed at patient's bedside using mobile POC devices. Now let's have a look at the various molecular point of care tests available. These are some of the common tests that are used around the world, especially the ones which are used in India. Cepheid Expert Express SARS-CoV-2, TrueNat Mol Biodiagnostics, Feluda test utilizing CRISPR technology, CoroSure, ID Now by Abbott Diagnostics, Acula SARS-CoV-2 by Mesa Biotech, ePlex SARS-CoV-2, Genmark Diagnostics, Sherlock technique, TE extraction from dry swab. While mostly tests are based on real-time PCR principle, the Feluda test and Sherlock technique are based on CRISPR technology. ID Now is based on isothermal amplification. None of the tests have received the FDA approval. However, a few of them have received EUA by the FDA. Mostly, the turnaround time is around 1 hour. The cost of Cepheid Expert is about 1500 INR, while that of TrueNat is 1350. Feluda test is one of the cheapest tests available in the country with 500 rupees as cost
per test.
Firstly, coming to Cepheid Expert Express SARS-CoV-2 system. It is based on the principle of cartridge-based nucleic acid amplification. It has been granted EUA by the FDA and tests E and N2 gene with limit of detection of about 250 copies of viral RNA per ml. The Indian Council of Medical Research, Department of Health Research India has recommended use of this instrument in government approved laboratories across the country where SARS-CoV-2 testing by RT-PCR are already functional or private laboratories with NABL accreditation for molecular detection. This automated test is designed to use on Cepheid's Gene Expert system. The specimen preparation time is less than 1 minute, while the results are available in less than half an hour. However, biosafety 2 level is recommended by ICMR and all biosafety precautions need to be taken during the processing of specimens. Next, coming to TrueNAT Beta COVID test. TrueNAT system is a battery operated small diagnostic machine originally designed for diagnosis of tuberculosis. It is approved by ICMR India and is a two-step process, detecting E gene for screening and RDRP gene for confirmation. Limit of detection of viral RNA is comparable to real-time PCR. Since it's an indigenous machine made in India, it is cost effective. It's a battery operable machine and thus there is no need of power backup, no need of air conditioned room. The test requires transportation of specimen in viral lysis media and not viral transport media, thus limiting the aerosol generation. Coming to a few disadvantages. Firstly, it's a two-step process. And secondly, the limit of detection is 486 copies per ml compared to 250 copies in CBNAT machine. Coming to Feluda test or CRISPR SARS-CoV-2 test. This utilizes Cas9 ortholog from Francisella novicida. It gets its name from the fictitious detective in novels written by Satyajit Ray, a popular author in India. The test is developed by Council of Science and Industrial Research of Genomics and Integrative Biology. Feluda test provides quicker results without compromising the accuracy, which is a breakthrough in COVID-19 detection.
The test is based on CRISPR-Cas9 technology, which earned Emmanuel Carpentier and Jennifer Doudna the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. The test requires BSL Level 2 facilities for functioning. It uses a thermal cycler instead of a qPCR machine for conducting the test. The test results are available within an hour and cost about 500 rupees INR.
Next, coming to CoroSure test. It's an RT-qPCR developed by Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, India. It is a probe-free method, thus reducing the cost without compromising accuracy. The primers target unique spike region of SARS-CoV-2. Next, coming to tris-EDTA extraction from dry swab. The test is developed by Cellular and Molecular Biology, Hyderabad, India. It skips RNA extraction step and is economical since it does not require VTM or viral transport media. Dry swab specimen is collected and buffer is added. It is heated at 98 degrees Celsius for 6 minutes, thus leading to release of viral RNA. This method takes about half the time and is about 40% cheaper as compared to other currently used molecular techniques. Next, coming to ID Now. It is one of the leading molecular point of care test platforms in the United States. It is based on the principle of isothermal nucleic acid amplification and targets SARS-CoV-2 RDRP gene. The time required for sample preparation is 1 to 2 minutes. Positive and negative results are available in 5 minutes and 13 minutes respectively. The test has received an EUA by FDA. Acula SARS-CoV-2 test. It is a rapid qualitative nucleic acid based amplification test. It detects SARS-CoV-2 N gene and 1 cassette per sample is utilized for the test. Sample preparation time is about 5 minutes and results are available in 30 minutes, which can be visually read. Next, coming to Sherlock technique, where Sherlock is short form for specific, high sensitivity, enzymatic, reported unlock technique. Sherlock testing in one pot or called STOP detects SARS-CoV-2, ORF1ab and N gene. The test takes about an hour. Step 1 is a reverse transcriptase loop-mediated amplification where targeted SARS-CoV-2 genomic RNA is reverse transcribed to DNA. And this DNA is amplified by a strand displacing DNA polymerase. Step 2 is the transcription of the amplified DNA to activate collateral cleavage activity of a CRISPR complex programmed to the target RNA sequence. This collateral activity results in cleavage of nucleic acid reporters, resulting in fluorescent readout detected by a plate reader. Now, how do we interpret molecular tests? If a person comes out to be molecular point of care test positive, there is a high probability that the patient is an active COVID-19 case and is infectious to others. The next category of point of care tests are the immunodiagnostic tests. These include rapid antibody based tests and rapid antigen tests. Next, coming to immunodiagnostic point of care test for SARS-CoV-2 antibody detection.
This table depicts the various antibody-based point-of-care tests approved by ICMR thus far. These include AccuCare IgM IgG lateral flow assay, Standard Q COVID-19 IgM IgG combo test, COVID-19 IgM IgG antibody detection card test, Coronavirus IgM IgG rapid test, AbCheck COVID-19 IgM IgG antibody rapid test, one-step coronavirus IgM IgG antibody test, and so on. The list is long. However, most of these tests detects either IgM or IgG or both the antibodies in patient's serum. The cost is between 5 to 600 rupees. The figure shows the time of appearance of various serological markers specific for SARS-CoV-2. It can be seen that while antigen starts to rise within first week of infection, antibody usually rise following the first week. The first antibody to rise is IgM, which is quickly followed by IgA. IgG antibody only starts rising following second week of infection.
The first isotype to be produced against SARS-CoV-2 is anti-RBD immunoglobulin M antibodies. They class switch to IgG or IgA. This atypical isotype switching causes an array of biological effects on the respiratory tract. Hence, the titer of IgA in the respiratory mucosa may serve as a measure of host immune response. Since it can be detected in body secretions like saliva and tear, thus it can serve as an early diagnostic marker. Since studies on immunological response in COVID-19 patients suggest that majority of them develop antibody response only in the second week after the appearance of symptoms, the test will be positive when a COVID-19 patient is in recovery phase. Antibody tests are mostly based on lateral flow immunoassay, time resolved fluorescence immunoassay, and colloidal gold immunoassays. They are mostly single use and results are read visually through development of colored bands. While a positive antibody based point of care test indicates exposure of a patient to SARS-CoV-2, a negative test does not rule out COVID-19 infection. The most uphill task is assessment of the sensitivity and specificity of these tests with the confirmation of non-cross reactivity with other viral pathogens. Now coming to immunodiagnostic point of care test for SARS-CoV-2 antigen detection. In mid-June 2020, ICMR recommended use of antigen detection test as a point of care diagnostic test in certain settings like hospitals and containment zones for its minimum turnaround time of just 30 minutes, including sample preparation. This provided the much needed impetus to the government's strategy to test, track, and treat.
This table shows the various antigen-based point of care tests available. So there is standard Q COVID-19 antigen detection kit by South Korea, COVID-19 antigen rapid car test by Bharat Biotech India, and so on and so forth. Mostly tests utilize the principle of immunochromatography and the result is available in less than half an hour. The cost is about 450 INR for standard Q COVID-19 antigen detection kit, which is the most commonly used antigen kit in our country.
Mostly antigen based tests utilize lateral flow assays as the principle for detecting the presence of SARS CoV 2 antigens in respiratory specimens. Among the 13 kits validated by ICMR, 3 have been approved for use till now. Standard Q COVID-19 antigen SD biosensor kit, COVID-19 antigen lateral device LabCare Diagnostics, and COVID-19 antigen Respi Strip by Chorus Bio Concept. While the third one involves a different methodology of testing as compared to the other two antigen testing kits approved by ICMR, COVID-19 antigen Respi Strip test cannot be performed at patient's bedside and it requires BSL level 2 laboratory for running up the test. A brief overview of the standard Q COVID-19 antigen detection kit. Results are available within 15 to 30 minutes. It has a sensitivity of 50.6% to 84% and a specificity of 99.3% to 100%. In view of its high specificity and relatively low sensitivity, ICMR recommended the use of assay as a point of care test in combination with gold standard RT-PCR test in both containment zones as well as healthcare settings. In a patient with a positive antigen detection POC, there is a high probability that the patient is an active COVID-19 case and is infectious to others. Lastly, talking about nanotechnology. Nanotechnology has unique optical, mechanical, magnetic, catalytic, and electrical properties. Its application to medical diagnostics offer unique opportunities in medical science. Scientists all across the world are gearing up for development of innovative nanotechnology tools for development of rapid POC for detection of COVID-19. Several scientists have reviewed various techniques that can be utilized in the detection of SARS-CoV-2. One such review is provided by Weiss et al., who reviewed nanotechnology based assays developed thus far.
A simplified assay based on the color change of gold nanoparticles bound to SARS-CoV-2 antibody is also in pipeline.
Seo et al. Have recently developed a graphene-based field effect transistor biosensing device coupled to a specific antibody against SARS-CoV-2 spike protein. Here, gold nanoparticles are coupled to complementary DNA sequences and they are used to sense hybridized cDNAs of SARS-CoV-2. The field of nanodiagnostics is still in infancy. Thus, a thoughtful review of performance characteristics of known nanomaterial may open new avenues for COVID-19 diagnosis. Significance of COVID-19 POC test in the Indian healthcare delivery pyramid. A reliable point of care test would be ideal to meet the increasing demand of diagnosis of COVID-19. Healthcare workers can be trained for performing these rapid tests.
The application of various point of care tests in the Indian healthcare delivery pyramid. TrueNAT being a battery operated system without need of any power backup and a very convenient and portable system is suitable for application throughout the healthcare delivery pyramid, including the lowest tiers of subcenters and mohalla clinics. While CBNAT, since requires some expertise and equipment, is suitable to be applied from above the PHC level. Antibody tests mostly are rapid tests and simple serum based analysis is done. Thus, they can be utilized from the lowest tier in the healthcare delivery system. While rapid antigen test, again simple to use with minimum expertise and equipment required, can be applied from almost lowest tier to the highest one.
Let's summarize. Point of care tests include molecular methods, serological methods, and nanotechnology. These tests are potentially transformative for this COVID-19 pandemic. Molecular and antigen-based tests detect presence of pathogen, while antibody-based tests detect immunological evidence of exposure to the virus. Molecular tests are the gold standard test for diagnosis of COVID-19. Antigen-based tests are very accurate when it comes to true positives, however, not so accurate when it comes to true negatives, and the results should be interpreted with caution. Antibody tests are ideal to measure prevalence or immunity in the community, thus very relevant to the today's time with advent of several SARS-CoV-2 vaccines. Nanotechnology is the future of diagnostics, thus paving way for innovation. Point of care tests can play a crucial role in containment of COVID-19 in our country, where sub-centers, primary health centers and mohalla clinics are the first point of contact between patients and healthcare setup.